so much money on your nails. Imagine if you put that money into a 401k or something. Blah, 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 blah. Imagine if you shut the hell up or something.
Why is it that the man that you really want won't act right, but the one you don't won't leave you alone?
Babe, you are not asking for too much. You're just asking the wrong guy. Okay? So just throw the whole dude out and start over.
Yeah, because what better way to date, right? Rather than solve any issues, come together, try and make a solution. No, it's straight to let's just throw the entire man out, because that's what 2022 dating has devolved into, guys. These individuals, rather than, have real authentic relationships where they communicate with one another, have decided that, no, we're going to try and keep chasing that new shiny thing, and then they rock up to 30 years of age and they cry when they're single and alone. Speaking of single and alone, guys, this first clip that we're going to be jumping into right here is of a woman who's going to tell us a story of an interaction that she had with a cute lawyer. And obviously this cute lawyer that she's referring to is a Chad that she cannot lock down. So guys, don't forget to leave your thoughts and your comments, and let's just jump right into the video.
I went to the French restaurant last night with #CuteLawyer, and he actually was really sweet all night, which was a little unsettling because I'm not used to that. And then, at the restaurant, he was actually super attentive and charming and funny, which I also am not used to. Usually he's looking around the room, looking for some hot girl, or, scrolling on TikTok, also looking for some hot girl.
Guys, one of the biggest red flags that I've kind of seen pop up more and more and more is when these girls describe their dating lives, they'll always describe it like, oh, it's been so hard for me, right? Or I'm not used to getting any attention, or, men, they just don't seem to, I just can't seem to find a man. The reason why this is such a big red flag, guys, is because these girls have had these opportunities available to them, but what they've done is they've gone through their life and they've said, oh, good man, no thank you. Good man, no thank you. Right? And etc., etc., etc. Until they get to 30 plus years of age and they still don't have a man. And guys, this is just, it's such a huge red flag, because rather than chasing a quote unquote cute lawyer man, this woman could have a relationship, but instead she's probably side girl number 30, who the hell knows, and she's perfectly okay with that. Okay, girls are perfectly okay being the side chick until they start to realize that they've run out of time, that they're not going to get married, that they're not going to have kids, and then the entire story changes, right? To, oh, I need to do my healing, things are so difficult, I need to find a husband, yada, 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 all this crap, man, right? When they could have had it all along.
So it was a nice, pleasant surprise to actually be noticed on a date. Not that it was a date, but, whatever. So
yeah, of course it wasn't, right? Because again, why would a man take out side girl number 53 to a date? Okay, a lot of girls, man, they're getting frustrated. They're like, oh, why aren't men paying for dates? Why aren't men taking me out? Why aren't men doing all of these things for me? Because men have started to realize that there's really no point in doing this, right? All of these TikTok videos, guys, these things are not hard to find, men. I'll get people who will come on this YouTube channel and they'll say, oh, Taylor, you very selectively choose the clips, right? Guys, this stuff is not if you guys go to TikTok, and which I wouldn't recommend you doing, unless you were intending to inflict pain upon yourself. But if you went to TikTok and you put in the hashtag men, hashtag womanism, okay, this stuff is absolutely everywhere, man. Because the thing is, dudes are starting to realize there's really no point in going on all these dates and paying for these girls food and trying to show them that they're princesses, because they're not princesses. The dudes that they're interested in, they're just going over to their house at early hours of the morning, and that's it. Right? They're having the fun, they're moving on, and then that's that. So, and they're still expecting men to come along and be chivalrous, man. It's crazy.
So, we had a good time there. We had dinner, we had a couple drinks. Then we went to this wine store afterwards. He bought us a bottle of wine. We came back here, just watched TV, had some wine. He was still super sweet. So that was fine. His whole reason for wanting to go out was, he just wanted to go out, and he didn't want to go on an actual date, because then he actually has to ask all those like getting to know you questions, and he just wanted it to be easy.
He just wanted it to be easy. Man, like, okay, there are a few of you, I have no doubt, that are watching this, right? And there's a small percentage of you maybe who are fathers and who have a daughter, okay? But for the rest of us, myself included, who do not have daughters, can you guys imagine for a moment, okay, you've got a kid and, she comes home and she says, oh, I've been seeing this boy, right? I'm so excited. I've been seeing this guy. And you say, oh, really? Tell me a bit about him. And she says this story back to you. She says, oh, I went out with him, but it wasn't really a date because he wanted it to be easy and like crap like this. And your daughter tells you this. Are you going to sit there and go, wow, that's fantastic, right? Good choice. You have a good choice in men. This should be something that we continue to let to happen. Hell no. Right? Hell no. But these girls are out here doing this, and because men are shamed in society for having any form of common sense, because fathers are shamed for having any form of common sense and being strong, right? We're out here with all of these girls doing this degenerate crap, guys included, right? Doing all of this degenerate crap, and we're like, yeah, you strong and independent women, you go out there, you have fun. And then what happens, right? We end up with a whole bunch of broken families. We end up with kids who have no direction. We end up with, people who will never actually heal. And when I say the word heal, I don't just mean it as some sort of word to describe terrible behavior. I mean actually do some healing, right? Hell no.
And then when he was here, he was like, I'm just so comfortable here. And I'm like, what, like on the couch? And he's like, no, like just here in general. So I was like, okay, fine. So then flash forward to today. This morning, he went back to being his usual self, which is basically a jerk most of the time. And, that didn't take long. He was nice for maybe like 5 hours. So this morning he was basically like, I got you dinner, I got you wine, and, like I was super sweet and I put in this work and like, you didn't give me anything in return. And I was like, I don't owe you anything, dude. Like, I've given you enough.
I've given you enough. Right, this is how the situation appears to me. Guys, let me know what you think in the comments. If you've got a different perspective on this, I definitely could be wrong. But it seems to me like this woman right here is side chick number 53, okay? And this dude, when she says that, oh, I've done all of this for you, chances are they've had all the fun before, and she's been there, and, she's trying to get him into a relationship, all this crap, because she wants to be the one that wins him over. And now, when he puts in actually a bit of effort and he says, you know what, I'll actually pay for us to go out and have some dinner rather than just have some wine at my house, if that, okay? He's actually put in a little bit of effort and he was actually nice to her. She started to go, oh, now I can use this as my chance to finally show that I have some self-respect and reel him in for some more commitment. Because here's the thing, guys. I see a lot of dudes, and they'll be like, oh, I'm texting this girl and she just gives me very short replies now. I've been so nice to her now. Right? Dudes will start off being an a-hole, right? These girls will be like, oh, yes, please, I love you so much. I care about you, blah, blah, blah. And then you'll see the dude like gradually open up to her, share all of his problems, his feelings and all this crap. And the women go, ew, that's so... yeah, and then they get repulsed, right? Then they're like, oh, you know what? We're going to hold off on the bedroom fun tonight, right? We're going to hold off on this. We're going to hold off on that. I need more commitment from you. It's really interesting to watch. Now, guys, I don't say that to go out and be an a-hole to everybody or to go out and be an a-hole to these girls, but there certainly is a correlation between being an a-hole and being attractive to women. And unfortunately, a lot of broken women in particular are more susceptible to this crap. What I mean by broken is people who grow up in broken families and crap like that, okay? But it's really just disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting, because the one time this guy puts in effort, she goes, okay, I need to push this in for commitment. But the rest of the time he's an a-hole. Oh, she's still there, right? She's giving things to him. But like, as she listen to this, okay? Listen to this last bit right here.
I don't owe you anything, dude. Like, I've given you enough.
I've given you enough. Okay, why on earth... Like, here's the question, guys. If this guy is such an a-hole, if he's so terrible, why are you giving him these things? I don't know, it could be cute, could be because he's a lawyer, could be because his attitude is terrible, okay? Could be any number of these things, but notice how she's still there. That's the point, right? She's still there trying to lock down this guy.
So yeah, so then he says that, and then he proceeds to tell me about the new girl that he's dating, and all about like them and their future, and whatever. So now we're back to what we expect from him. So that was that.
Holy hell, this girl must be so damn frustrated, right? This guy has basically said, fine, not going to give it up. Well, I'm just going to rob you of the future that you have in your head of us two together, right? Have you guys seen on like Instagram and all this kind of crap, these girls will say, oh, I always build up such a fantastic idea of a man and then my reality gets shattered. Basically what that is she wants to go down that fairy tale path. She wants to get married. She wants to have kids to Chad. And she builds this all up in her head before they even go on a single date. A proper date, guys. That to me is so hilarious because that's what girls will do, right? And they hate it. They hate it when another girl becomes the girl that he's going to have a future with instead of her. There is nothing more painful to these girls, guys, than that one successful dude who's attractive, who's got a bit of an attitude, he's a bit of a bad boy, who gets away from her, and he decides to wife up another girl because she thinks in her head, right, why didn't he want me? Why was I not the one? Right? And she'll sit there, she'll complain about how she can't find a man. Meanwhile, there are plenty of men willing to give her a relationship. But let's continue.
I don't know what man needs to hear this, but running from accomplishment to accomplishment still won't fill the void.
I recently did.
Before we even continue, right? I love how these girls will sit on TikTok, right? TikTok. And try and give you philosophical advice, right? Here's you're not going to fill the void in your heart with things. Who said there's a void in men's hearts? First of all, but second of all, I want to bring this up. Okay, what would you suggest? Okay, let's say that a man does have a void in his heart or a void in him. What's he supposed to fill it with? Women? Right? Hell no. If you guys have seen dudes who spend their time chasing girls will deal so much pain to themselves. It is unreal, guys. It is totally unreal. It is always better to chase the things that you care about, your ambitions, the bigger picture, the thing that you want in life, right? Not girls, okay? So what is the alternative that you provide to men? You want men to fill this quote-unquote void inside themselves with you? With women? With taking these girls out on dates and doing all this crap for them? Why on earth would a man do that? If you guys compare the happiness between a man who chases girls and who does all these things for women and a guy who's on his mission doing whatever it is that he cares about, the difference is so astronomically huge, right? And you can measure that in some pretty gross statistics, but let's move on.
From accomplishment to accomplishment still won't fill the void.
I recently did a video about how I'm going through a divorce and I'm online dating. And I got a lot of backlash about how I should wait until my divorce is final before I start dating again. And I don't think that's necessarily healthy or a good blatant rule to have.
I don't think that's healthy. Man, anything to rationalize moving on and jumping to the next dude. I don't think that's healthy. I want to date I want to go and get with other dudes whenever the hell that I want to. And I say, hey guys, let them. To be honest, I say let them. If these girls want to go around and do this and not even finalize their divorce before getting on to the next man, bugger them, guys. Just let them go. Like truth be told, but notice how she tries to frame it like, oh, I just want to be healthy, so that's why I want to go out here and date new men. This is like the little sleight of hand that a lot of these girls play, where they'll guise their terrible actions under trying to be healthy, trying to be spiritual, trying to learn and explore themselves and crap like that. When girls say like, oh, I need to come out here and explore myself, or I need to do some healing, really oftentimes it's just a cover up for terrible behavior. Not always, but such a large percentage of the time, guys, that when I hear the language, I just laugh to myself and think, yeah, okay.
Because there's a lot of divorces that can last 2 or 3 years, especially if the person that you were with is like really unhealthy, like a narcissist or just really controlling, and that's their last way to control you. So if they know that you have that rule that you're not going to date until it's final, they will drag that shit out just to be able to control you.
These girls, the level of irony that these videos incite these girls have no idea what the hell narcissism means, man. It is so ironic to me when individuals will get on TikTok, right? And you go to their TikTok page and it'll be nothing but themselves talking about their problems or like their new outfits and stuff. And then they want to sit on here and they want to talk to you about how they were mistreated by a narcissism, by a narcissist, excuse me. Madam, do you even know what a narcissist is? Okay, we have a girl here who cannot even finalize a divorce before trying to move on and get with other dudes, sitting here with her long ass nails. And the reason why I bring up the nails, guys, is not to attack people, not to specifically attack the nails, okay? But you will notice that a lot of the girls that I cover on this particular channel, guys, the long nails are indicative of girls who are absolutely nuts. I'm just gonna go out there and say it, guys. Like, it really is. Yeah, I swear, if we could make a graph, right, and we could like draw a correlation between girls who have long like the length of a woman's nails and being absolutely crazy, I think you would find a very strong correlation between the two, right? So when girls come and they say, I don't want a dude who's controlling, he was narcissistic, he was insecure, what that really means is the man wouldn't let me do whatever the hell I wanted to do. Okay, and I say, guys, hell, let them. Right, if they want to go out there, they want to be for the streets, which the nails are indicative of such behavior, then let them go out there and be it, right?
Be like a narcissist or just really controlling, and that's their last way to control you. So if they know that you have that rule that you're not going to date until it's final, they will drag that shit out just to be able to control you.
You know what, guys? I agree with her. I think that we as men, for the 6 women watching as well who have been in situations like this with their boyfriends as well, I think that we should all collectively stop being so controlling. Right? I really do. And the reason why I say that, guys, is because we have so many people out here who will date people and they'll try and be like, oh, if people want to come out here and they want to talk to their ex-boyfriends, talk to their ex-girlfriends, talk to their ex-partners, whatever the hell, okay, and they insist that, oh, you're being controlling, you're being insecure, you're being narcissistic because you won't let me talk to XYZ, you won't let me do XYZ. Right? All it really demonstrates is a lack of respect for you. That's all that it demonstrates. It doesn't demonstrate that you're insecure or that you're paranoid or all this kind of crap, guys. Don't go be going through a girl's phone. Don't be yelling at her, telling her not to do crap, guys. If she wants to make stupid decisions, let her make stupid decisions. But you're not going to be there when she gets back. Right?
So I don't think that just straight across the board rule is healthy. I think that you should date when you're ready to date, when you feel healed and you're ready to show up and not have somebody pay for the way another person treated you.
Yeah, guys, what a fantastic philosophy. You know what? I should just date whenever the hell I feel like dating. Hey, guys, you know what might be a good idea, right? Is if all of you, you go out there, you get in relationships, maybe you're already in one, and you say to yourself, okay, well, I feel like dating, so sorry, honey, sorry, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to date some new people. Guys, we have reached a point in society, right, where people feel just incredibly comfortable saying, hey, you should do whatever the hell you feel like doing. Screw everyone else, right? Screw everything that you built, screw the marriage that you built, screw the kids if you've got any of those. You should just do whatever it is that you feel like doing. Damn, that's disgusting.
A guy literally told me that in Western countries there is feminism. Women have been fighting to split the bills over centuries. If you're broke, you just say it. You don't blame like Western countries, Western culture, or feminism. You just blame yourself for not working hard enough and still being broke.
You know what's funny? Is the more I see that these girls like make videos like these trying to shame men into paying for them, I find it funny because a lot of men are not broke. A lot of men just don't want to pay for a date with you. That's the thing, right? It blows my mind how girls can be so naive as to what is in a man's wallet. Guys, I brought up this, there's a guy I know in real life, and I mentioned him the other day, right? And this guy is more wealthy than like I could possibly. This guy is so stupidly wealthy, right? And his hobbies, he likes bikes is what he's really into, guys. And you would never know how much money this dude had. You would never know. He doesn't wear like fitted clothing or anything like that, guys. Like he's a handyman type dude, right? He's just hands in the mud, I've got work to do, this is what I'm going to do kind of guy, right? It doesn't seem like a guy who would have piles and piles and piles of money. These people have no idea what men have in their pockets, but because men don't want to do things for them, they assume that they have no money. No. See, there are plenty of men out there who are wealthy, who spent their time grinding, who have built up a business, they put in the hard works, they put in the hours, they just don't want to spend money on you, right? And that's the thing, guys. And the more and more I see videos like these, the more and more I like, guys, it just becomes funny at a certain point. It really does. Okay, because you can stay there, you can cry about how no man will pay for your date, and you can be alone when you're 30 plus years of age. But guys, let's continue on with today's episode. That is going to wrap up some of the videos. So before we continue into today's Reddit stories, I just wanted to give a little bit of a quick shout out. I came across, somebody sent me this named Aileen over via email, guys. Fantastic little piece of art. If you guys have art to send into the show, feel free to do so, man. And if I come across it, I get a lot of emails, so I might set up a separate email for art and stuff like that. But if you guys have art that you'd like to send into the show, I'm more than happy to show them on episodes if I do happen to see them. So shout out to Aileen for sending this little guy in. I thought it was pretty damn cool. But let's continue on to a couple of Reddit stories, and then we will wrap up today's episode. So let's take a look at this first one right here. And this is written by an individual, a 29-year-old man, one day ago, who says, "Is I need to work on myself ever a real reason rather than an excuse?" He goes on to say, "Over the past 6 months, I've met 3 women where the following pattern happened. We meet up, there's instant chemistry, everything is great. We start having bedroom fun together, and after a while, I get a message saying that I need to work on myself. I try to ask if there's anything I could have done better, but don't get anything else. I'm not particularly worried about this, as there's always more fish in the sea, but I am curious, is this ever a real reason, or is this just an excuse?" So we have here a 29-year-old man who can go out there and he can have the bedroom fun and stuff like that, but girls will say, "I need to work on myself." Guys, let me just say this, okay? There are a lot of dudes who are like, a lot of men who are continuing to date, a lot of men who are continuing to not date. But one of the things that comes with dating, guys, is girls make it very stupidly clear when they like you, right? When they want to continue, or they want to have fun with you, or they want to have a relationship or whatever, girls typically make it very clear, okay? They won't go, "Oh, I need to work on myself," or "I need to do some healing and that's why we can't talk." No. That's not how this works. This individual here says, "Depends on how much you've learned about them before this happens. From personal experience, I've met a lot of recently single men on dating sites. I mean, that's a big chunk of people on dating sites. They're newly single and ready to mingle. Only a lot of them shouldn't mingle because they haven't processed the end of their relationship. And it takes the threat of starting a new one for them to realize that they're not ready. Over and over again, I have experienced this." Guys, I will just say this, okay? When someone says, like, when girls are into you, things are very easy, okay? Things are very, very incredibly easy. But man, Reddit is such a disgusting place, right? Where you get, tell me about it. It's been over 2 years for 2 men I dated, and they still cannot get over their exes. They never went to therapy though. Look at this, right? This person has dated 2 men in 2 years. I'm very skeptical about that. And they say that it's the men's fault because they never went to therapy. Right? I dare I say, guys, that there are plenty of men who would be willing to date this individual named Purple Rain 1208 right here, but she's just chasing after the 2 that don't want her. Very interesting how that works. All right, but let's continue on to the next story because that wasn't much of a story. I'm not sure that this is one either. Let's take a look. On Reddit, it says, by an individual named Gypsy Feather, "What does it mean to be an adventurous woman?" I remember this. Oh, man. Okay. In the section where guys type what they are looking for, I've noticed that the majority of men who have messaged me say that they want an adventurous woman, but then they say it's cool to stay in and watch TV as well. What the heck, guys? What does this mean? I'm going to ask them when I message them back. I didn't realize I needed a subscription to read and reply to messages. What the hell is she even on here? I don't know what site this is. For background, I haven't dated in the last 6 years. In the last 6 the last 7 years to focus on myself. Edit. This is definitely helping. Instead of asking these men what they mean, I'm going to ask them how are they adventurous and go from there. You mean to tell me that a woman... Okay, this girl has not been dating for the last 6 years to focus on herself. Right, man? We should just... hell, everyone just, you know, ramp up the lying word. Why don't you? Okay, what, man... What even is this, guys? I've spent the last 6 years to work on myself, and that's why I haven't found a man. Very interesting. Could be a number of things. They want you to go skiing, surfing, skydiving with them. They want you to go traveling. They want to go traveling with you, not looking to have a home and a family in the next few years. I always assume this when I see them on a profile. Or we wrap it up on the last one by saying bedroom fun. Could range from very basic to more complicated stuff that I cannot say on YouTube, right? Man, it's funny watching these girls date because really she's going to try and play to us that she has no idea what the hell that means. Yeah, damn right. Guys, we are going to be leaving today's episode there. As always, don't forget to leave your thoughts and your comments. Share your perspectives on some of the things that we have covered today. And as always, guys, I'll be seeing you in the next one. Take care. Peace. Yo guys, Past Taylor here. Just want to say thank you if you made it to the end of today's video. Before you head out, there's just a few announcements that I'd like to make. The first is that my editor, who goes through all of the blood, sweat, and tears of making these videos for us to endure, has started his own YouTube channel. I'm going to leave a link to his channel in the video description below, so make sure you show him some support by going and giving him a sub. Also, as always guys, make sure that you come and join us on Patreon and Locals. The links will be in the description of this video. Over time, there will be more and more archived content that I move from YouTube over to these two places, so make sure that you come and join over there. This archived content will be publicly available to everybody, guys, whether you are a supporter or not. The reason why I'm doing this is because YouTube is really bad with the censorship these days, and I don't know how long this channel will be around for. With that said, guys, I'd like to thank all of the supporters and all of you who watch at home, and as always guys, make sure you take care of yourselves, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.